But the problem is there is also, I'll give you an example. This only happens with Muslims with every country. It's like England, India, everything. There's always places where there's no-go areas. This is a Muslim land.
Mate, you sound like that idiot from Fox News who said Birmingham had no-go areas. There aren't any no-go areas.
Are you gonna allow me to speak freedom of speech, because this is the truth here? If you go
it's
to
not
India,
the truth, though, is it? Oh, of course I'm allowing you your freedom of speech, but can you tell me one area, Sanjay, that you cannot go to, that you're barred from going to in Leicester, that they won't allow you in, that Muslims stand there on the road with a roadblock and say, are you a Muslim? And then check whether you're a Muslim, maybe intimately, and then say, you can't come in. Tell me. No. Tell me which road in Leicester you can't walk down.
See, I like how you're diverting it.
Wait a minute. No, whoa. Excuse me. You're the one
diverting it to the UK.
No, you said just like in England and all other places where Muslims are. So I brought it back to England because I think if you remember, you were the first one that mentioned England, not me. So I'm bringing Leicester. Tell me one street in Leicester that you can't walk down.
There are places in Bolton.
Name the street. What street?
You can't handle it. You can't handle it now.
No, I'm asking you. What street?
I mean,
what street in Bolton?
Did I mention Leicester?
Well, Leicester is in England, unless you didn't know that.
Have you actually been to these places? Because if you haven't, you would never know. I mean,
I've been to Batley, I've been to Bradford as a Sri Lankan Buddhist. I walked through Bradford. Guess what? No one with a beard or a hijab told me I couldn't walk through. Guess what? No one rugby tackled me to the floor, checked whether I knew verses from the Quran, and then had a bus take me out, the Muslim bus take me out. So what street? Tell me what street in Leicester you can't go down.
I never mentioned.
Okay, tell me what street in Bolton.
There's loads of places.
No, tell me one.
They're just never going to admit it.
No, tell me one.
Anyway, we were talking about India. How did it transfer to
because you mentioned England, mate. You did it first.
I only mentioned that there is a small minority of places in the UK. I never said everyone.
No, but you see, do you know what, mate? If you say something like that and you listen to this show regularly, you know that you're going to have to back it up. So why don't I'm going to go? Wait a minute. I'm going to step back now from the microphone, and you're going to back it up by telling me the places in Bolton where you cannot go as a Hindu because it's a Muslim-only area. Right? I'm stepping away. Go on.
Okay, I'll back it up. There's a few. If you go onto YouTube, there's videos of people saying that this is a Muslim area. Which other religion does that? I mean, you're saying back it up. I mean, no other religion does things like that. It doesn't matter which country you're in. It's only Muslims doing this. This is this area only. You're not allowed. You shouldn't be drinking.
Okay,
you shouldn't be doing this.
Let's bring it back to Obama then, because you don't actually know the areas. You've just said a YouTube video. There's a YouTube video that says Elvis is still alive, but I don't believe it.
There's over hundreds like that. But yeah, anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the Muslim community have been given free rein by the government to form ghettos throughout the UK, Muslim ghettos, where non-Muslims feel like they're not welcome. And we've seen it, Jonathan. It's no
Give me an example of a ghetto where non-Muslims are made not to feel welcome.
I personally have been told that I am not allowed to walk through Tower Hamlets because I'm a non-Muslim.
In Luton.
But Luton itself is full of Muslims. That's the point.
Yeah, but you've just said that there are parts of Luton that have become ghettos where non-Muslims cannot walk. I'm asking you to tell me where in Luton.
Okay, we've all seen the footage of some pretty high-profile non-Muslims who have been filming documentaries and have been attacked by Muslims because they've opposed Islamic extremism. They've opposed Islamic culture.
Sorry,
Tommy Robinson being one of them.
You're going to have to give us some examples of where. I'm not a Muslim. Tell me where in Luton I can't walk.
It's not that you can't walk through Luton, Jonathan. I'm sure that you would absolutely fit in, given that you appease these people.
It's not a matter of appeasing people. You just said there are parts of Luton where non-Muslims cannot walk. I'm asking you to tell me where I can't as a non-Muslim walk.
Okay, you as a non-Muslim would be fine because you appease Muslims. But the community of Luton that are reaching out to us are those who don't want 20-odd mosques on their doorstep. They don't want to walk down the streets and have hordes of Muslims piling out of mosques at them. This is a British town. Why should it be taken over by a Muslim community?
I'm quite sure, as with anything, if you get a reputation for being a nasty racist, then of course if you walk through an area that is predominantly Muslim and everybody knows that you're a nasty little racist, then the chances are...
Who are you talking about? Who's a nasty little racist?
I'm giving you a scenario here because you're saying that I would be okay because I appease Muslims. I'm saying it may be the only people that would have any kind of issue are people who have a reputation of being a nasty racist.
Well, let's start with the word racist, Jonathan. What race are Muslims? Please tell me, what race are Muslims? Opposing an ideology that condones paedophilia, encourages jihad, incites hatred towards non-Muslims, that is not racist. That's common sense. And furthermore, being a Muslim, you can be white, you can be black, you can be Asian. It doesn't matter. It's not a race. So let's drop the racist line for once, and let's have a normal conversation.
But you're saying that you said, let me just go back to the point that you made. You said that one of the reasons why you are going to protest in Luton is that there are parts of Luton that the government has allowed to become ghettos, and parts of Luton where non-Muslims would feel afraid of walking. I've asked you to tell me where in Luton non-Muslims would feel afraid, and you can't tell me.
Non-Muslims have contacted us to say, please come to Luton. We have Islamic extremists in our town. We have, tens of mosques everywhere you look. There is a woman in a burqa. What do you not understand? Is that not the formation of a Muslim ghetto? If you go to other parts of the UK, you don't have that. But where there are hordes of Muslims, there are lots of mosques.